In this video, we're going to go over meeting integrations and how you as the account owner can decide which ones you're comfortable with your users accessing. To follow along during this video, you will need to be an account owner. And to access this page, you're going to go to your name in the top right corner, head on over to Compliance, and then click on the Meeting Data tab. Under the meeting integration section, Jump is going to list out different systems that Jump can integrate with, and you as the account owner can choose if you want to allow your users to access these integrations or not. If you decide that you're not comfortable with your users accessing any of these integrations, then simply uncheck and click the Save button. Now let's talk about each one of the systems that I'm showing here on my page. The first two integrations that you see here on this page are VoIP integrations. I have another video that goes over how to use the VoIP integrations to capture a phone call and get notes for that conversation, but let me give you just a really quick recap. If you integrate with, let's say, RingCentral, and then on RingCentral, you capture the meeting, so you use the recording features in RingCentral to capture the conversation, then RingCentral throws the recording over to Jump, we take the meeting, and we generate notes just like we would for any other conversation. So it's a bit different than any other ways that you would use Jump to capture a meeting because the note taker isn't there live. Now, if you're not comfortable with your users using Intulse or the RingCentral integration, you can always work around it by giving them access to the Upload Meeting Audio option, which shows up under the New Meeting button. The Upload Meeting Audio option correlates with the option under Access Restrictions that says BYO Audio. So if you don't decide to allow your users to integrate with Intulse or RingCentral, they can still upload a recording after the fact if you'd rather have them do that. The next integration that's mentioned is Zoom integration. And let me preface this by saying that there's a common misconception that users have of, if I integrate with Zoom, then my note taker is going to join my meeting automatically. That's not actually true. There is benefits to the Zoom integration, but it's separate from the note taker showing up to your meeting automatically. If you don't decide to integrate with Zoom, you can still use the note taker for your Zoom meetings. I'm going to go over some benefits that come with the Zoom integration, but don't feel like you have to give your users access to the Zoom integration for them to use the note taker for their meetings. The first benefit with using the Zoom integration is users are able to access what we call the Jump app within a Zoom meeting. I have a whole video where I go over this feature. It's called How to Send the Note Taker Directly from Your Zoom Meeting, and I definitely recommend checking out that video. You will need the Zoom integration to access that feature. Another benefit to integrating with Zoom is this gives Jump a little bit more visibility into what your Zoom account has set up settings-wise, and we can warn you if we see any settings that may restrict the note taker from being able to actually capture the meeting. Now, if you decide to restrict your users from being able to integrate with Zoom, they can still send the note taker manually by clicking the New Meeting button in the top left corner, clicking Send Note Taker, and then entering the Zoom invite link. Also, if your users are still adding the Zoom link to their meeting calendar invitations, then we'll still show the Zoom symbol here in the upcoming tab. We'll still give them the ability to turn off and on the note taker toggle, allowing them to choose if the note taker is going to join. This is actually separate from the Zoom integration. So I just wanted to emphasize that you don't need the Zoom integration to use Jump, but there are definitely some benefits to integrating with Zoom. Like I mentioned, the Zoom web app that you can access right through the meeting, being able to give Jump a bit more visibility into your settings. If you have any questions about the Zoom integration, the RingCentral integration, the Intulse integration, we have a lot of help docs that go over these features that explains more in detail. So don't forget to click on the help button in the bottom left corner of your screen, head on over to our help center and search for whatever feature you're looking to learn more about. Also, don't forget that we have the chat bot in the bottom right corner of your screen that you can use to reach out to our customer support team. Or if you ever want to join us for one of our daily group onboarding webinars, I go over the basics of Jump. I also open it up for questions at the end of that meeting if you'd like to ask any questions live with me. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.